This is phase one of the Markite method, 3 steps. But if you wouldn't have open heart surgery unless you absolutely had to, would you? So you've got to link up in your brain that I must do this. Now I can remember back, I guess I was 38, when I went through the personal training course. For 3 long years I tried to get lean. I couldn't do it because my genetics are absolutely garbage. There should be information below to go check out that video I did with my friend Dr. Anthony J. And I've got some really bad genetics when it comes to obesity. So went through the personal training course, I did everything they said, and I could not get lean. Not a chance in hell. So my gorgeous wife Michelle said to me, Mark, you just don't have the genetics for it. And you know what? She was right. But that's only when, now listen carefully, that's only when we follow dogma, mainstream advice. Now, unbeknownst to me, I was thinking at the time, well, who are the leanest people on the planet? Professional bodybuilders. So I paid a lot of money for one, actually 3, but the first one got me from about 20% body fat, 18% body fat, the best that I could do following their advice for 3 years, up and down, trying my hardest, couldn't get there. Miserable, you do all this cardio and you eat all this stuff you're told to eat and you just can't get there. So I hired a professional bodybuilder and he interviewed me, and this costs a lot of money too. He interviewed me and he said, you're following mainstream shit, basically laying it out like that. And I got the plan, and the training was a lot less cardio. It was just a few tweaks with my training because I had training pretty clued in, but I didn't have the food at all. I was eating estrogenic food, and I was just always changing my hormones to store fat. And with my genetics, it happens much faster, even with low calories. So in just over 6 months, I got to about 10% body fat. The nutrition was completely different. But at the time, because I was hungry for this, I wanted this, I didn't ask questions. I just did what I was told. And that really set me up for failure in 2016-17 when my life got hard and I kind of reverted back and forth. So I got fatter and fatter and really screwed my life up. My omega balance went to shit. My brain started giving me trouble, and I just wasn't in a great place. But that's exactly why I'm telling you here and now that if you want to succeed, you must understand this research. It has to link up in your brain that, crap, this is why this happens. So you have to be dedicated. You have to be hungry for this. You have to go through this course and understand it. And if you don't, put your hand up and say, I don't understand this. Because that does 2 things. One, for you, gives you clarity, and you'll see that I'm here to help. I want to get you these results. I want you to take life on. That's my whole mission in life. And number 2, it helps me be a better coach. I can condense the material down further and really titrate my way back to the shortest, most concise information that I can present to people. So, with that said, the first 2 things that we're going to do in this video is meet the 2 hormones, the metric of success, and then I want to have a quick word on genetics. And just before I do, there's 4 kinds of genetics out there. You've got elite and great. Now they represent 1 or 2% of the population, and they can get away with a lot of stress. They've got these genes with double copies. They've got these genes that work very fast when it comes to clearing out stress and inflammation. You and I haven't. In fact, one of my genes increases stress and inflammation for me. It's why I had 5 shoulder surgeries. It's why I had asthma. My genetics are garbage. Yours might be too, but here's the beautiful thing. As you'll learn shortly, you can enhance your genetics, even if they're garbage like mine, to mimic elite genetics. That's the beautiful thing about biohacking. So there's 4 kinds: elite and great. Very few. Then you've got average. Now dysfunction shows up in their life at about 30 to 40. And the dogma is, oh, that's just life. You're getting older. Bullshit, right? I mean, come on, damn. That's not how it is. I've got garbage genetics, and I'm a couple of months of being 49. I've never felt better. Energy. When my feet hit the floor in the morning, my mission is lit. I'm lit. I'm taking life on. So these 3 steps, phase 1, will get you that foundation. And these hormones create emotion. And emotion drives us through the day. How we feel, how we show up. So this is the very foundation. And when you get this right, you diverge from being stress-based thoughts, to performance-based thoughts. And the thoughts we think, we become. So, with that said, let's look at the 2 hormones, and we'll have a little bit more in-depth talk about genetics, and then we're going to crush it. We're going to get deep into this.